This morning I'm at the Lavoie Entreprise Dairy Farm, and I'm with Hans. How are you doing, Hans?
Not too bad.
Where are you from?
Holland.
Holland, good country.
Yeah.
Lots of dairy cows there.
Yes, lots.
So what are you particularly doing this morning? You're feeding, but
Yes.
how is that? How are you doing that exactly?
Well, take some ingredients, put it in a mix wagon, then I feed it to the cows.
So what are the ingredients?
Hay, alfalfa, barley silage, and then we added booster fat, and then rolled barley, and canola, protein. What else we got there? Premix.
So about 8 ingredients or so.
10. And
Oh,
first
10.
one is 10 ingredients.
Wow. It's a 10-ton load, starting with the low protein alfalfa.
Yeah.
The first of 10 ingredients. The mixing wagon is a Supreme International wagon pulled by a Fendt tractor. And every ingredient is it's a computer on the tractor pulling the feed wagon, and it's all weight, and it says got a display in the back, another 38 kg required for the low protein alfalfa.
Wait 6 minutes.
And now it says to wait for 6 minutes as it's chopping it up inside. I wanted to show inside, but I'll screw Hans's scale.
Now we can go up there. Now it's 6 minutes.
In the 6 minutes, I could go show you the feed. All right, let's go. A little dusty, but it's mixing up the hay here. Chopping it up. The first ingredient. All governed by this little computer that's giving the mixing time, and we'll then tell it to go on to the next of the 10 ingredients. So this is high protein alfalfa?
This is silage.
Silage. And what's the crop?
Crop. Alfalfa.
Is it alfalfa again?
Yeah. It's 600 kg more.
And we're going on to the barley silage, the third ingredient. We're making a 10-ton batch. You see how I said we?
Yeah.
I'm a lot of help, aren't I, Hans?
1,800.
And you think you got 2,000?
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna put the next ingredient too?
Yeah, white carcass. This bag is so messed up.
Like no pressure.
This really tells you what goes in there, like the rolled barley now.
Yeah. You're going to get rolled off.
Yeah. You have to go to the mill.
Barley here. What's this one now?
Canola.
Some canola?
Rolled canola, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't ever remember feeding the cows canola.
Well, look in a bit.
Oh, I believe you.
Now it's protein.
And what's the protein source, do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Proprietary. Secret.
No, that's a secret. I don't know where they source it from. I have no idea.
Oh, so you're gonna do, okay. DDGs. What's DDG?
I think that's for the mill. Leftovers. Breweries.
Oh,
I think.
where are we on to now?
Premix. It's heavy, it goes fast. Premix is heavy, it goes really fast. Here, show you canola.
I believe you. Yeah, that's canola. Oh, it's crushed, yeah.
Yes, all crushed. I think they're buying that heated canola. That's what they crush. The heated canola.
Heated?
Yeah, it's still good, but it's not quality.
Okay.
Is not there.
They gotcha. That used for feed. A lower grade canola.
Yeah.
It overheated.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think most of what they do. Think
Last ingredient is water. That's why I'm here.
Because I've worked from 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning till 12, right? Because I milked this morning already.
Okay.
So
And then there's a different crew tonight.
yeah. But the feeding is all done in the morning, so.
kg coming to this group. They're all anxious to receive it. Some like to take a shower in it. My cousin Claude
Bonjour.
at Lavoie Entreprise, the dairy farm.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited about the
this
dairy
is-
farm. Always have been. It's the
Well, seeing all your videos and finally being part of it and offering our part and show our part for the family and the agricultural people out there. It's awesome.
farm's come a long way, eh?
Well, after 3 generations, it should, right? If you stand still, you're losing. So let's always move forward and make it better.
You guys were telling me off camera before that the butter fat or the milk production has pretty well doubled in the last couple decades.
Yeah, that's about right. The innovations of feed, technology, animal handling, responsibilities, and genetics have all compounded to create that over generations of the cows, generational families, genetics have always improved that stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
I was with Hans earlier, and there's 10 ingredients to the feed.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? When I was younger, we had silage and barley.
Back in the old days, that's what was simple because it was the cheapest to make and it still made milk. Nowadays, the price of milk, the people, the demand, and the details in the milk require us to be more efficient. And there's a cost to that. So now we have to make sure that we can do better for our cows and better for the people. Therefore, I need to make sure that my ingredients are more precise to the outcome of the milk.
And So that's feed. On the genetic side, what's involved in that?
Well, genetics not necessarily my strength, but in the genetics, obviously what we need to research is historicals. So we basically use LPI, which is a history of what that cow has done and the families before it, and is associated with a score. And you can take parental averages to figure out what that calf is going to do. And you take that with another bull that has the same score, and you compound that to grow the genetics generation after generation and so on. The next step after that is genomics, which is the study of genetic capacity of the animal through historical research.
What's the two most important traits in genomics and genetics?
That's a biased question. Every farmer is going to tell you their own version of it. Here at our farm, I strongly believe that milk production and longevity seem to be some of the more important ones that we're using, but there is quite a bit more than just two. Like, every farmer is going to want to do something different, whether it's longevity, whether it's health, whether it's the shape of the animal, whether it's production, whether it's components. You can break it down to that level.
On a Canada side, I hear your herd is in the top genetics in the country, or for its size?
A little bit of a proud moment for me there. We finally made it in 2023, top 100 herds in Canada at the LPI level score. I think we're 97th in Canada.
Out of how many dairy farms?
Oh, I think there's 5,500 dairy farms in Canada, and we're the top 100. And I think we're 97th in the LPI score, and it's pretty proud.
But not only that, but in the top 100, there's not many large farms.
Oh, no. There's only two of us.
We're stating here in this video that you are the northernmost dairy farm in Canada.
With our location, I am guaranteed that there's no other farm anywhere in North America that is at a latitude as far north as ours.
And if there is, we'll let our viewers let us know.
Please,
we'll talk about it.
Tell us about it. If you're making milk and you're further north than me, I would love to learn how you're doing better, man. That'd be awesome to learn.
So, what are the challenges in winter? Are your barns designed for that? How do you do it?
With a lot of misery. It gets cold, and it gets cold for a long time. So our barns are well insulated, and we have windows that open and close and are all weather controlled, and help to manage the barn temperature. And when it does get to minus 30, minus 40 Celsius, we have another panel that we close off inside our panel walls to make sure our barn is properly insulated. Ventilation there becomes a problem, so it has to be managed on a regular basis. The buildup of ice, buildup of snow, humidity is a huge problem. So there's a lot of hands-on management because when it comes to that. There's just not enough technology out there to be able to help us manage those cold weathers. Since most of the dairies in central and southern Alberta, and even out in the U.S., there's nobody that has these problems. So it's been difficult.
Let's talk about manpower. It takes a lot of manpower to. Well, I didn't ask you if you care to share about how many head of cattle do you have here.
We're milking about 460 head right now, so it gives us about 1,000 cows altogether. So that's yearlings, calves, dry cows, and the milking herd as well included.
So getting back to my question, it takes a lot of manpower.
Yes.
And manpower is a tough thing to come by in the northern Alberta in the Peace Country. So how do you do it? Do you want to make a call out for anybody that's interested in coming to work for you in this video?
Oh, that's an interesting concept. Yes, hiring people has been very difficult, especially for us because we can't compete with the oil fields, so we'll never be able to find those high salary jobs here on the farm. But we want people that love the time with the cows and enjoy being with the animals. And that's really what we find out living up here, that if we can offer a position with them that they can spend time with the cows and enjoy their job, they likely stick around it. And we've been fairly lucky, and our team's been very stable over the last few years. And it's been a challenge, though. It's not easy.
You alluded to it, how you care for the animals, how you keep them calm. also increases their milk production.
Oh, that's absolutely part of the deal, right? So with cows, you want to make sure that they're happy, they're not threatened, they're not stressed, not scared. You want to make sure that they're happy and comfortable with every position of their life. And once they're stable, content, and satisfied, for them to go and do a milking twice a day, I think they're happy. Even before that, you need to make sure you hire the right people that understand the importance of that. And yes, we do have policies and protocols and procedures in place to make sure that this is a forever thing with our business, right?
The other thing that's interesting that you told me, there's actually some genetics that a calm animal.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely part of the genome that is looked at and researched. And even in the LPIs, when you look at the score of the animal, the calmer, more relaxed animals will naturally be longer lasting in the barn. They'll produce more milk and be more at ease with people around them, right? It just goes hand in hand. A cow that is worried, stressed, and always looking over her back will never produce. Therefore, she's not necessarily going to be a recommended animal to have the better genetics and move on into your herd, right? It's just a natural selection of things.
Yeah. I'm now sitting with my uncle Richard, the original boss in the dairy operation. Very meaningful. My dad was in charge of the agriculture. Uncle Richard was in charge of the cattle, the dairy
part.
And have things changed now?
Way more computer work, which Richard didn't follow the speed of the computer. But I'm doing all right, and everything is going very well. The cows are doing very well, and people that took over are doing extremely well.
What do you look back and are proud of?
Oh, the dairy part of it, the genetic that had been improving, and what different does it make if you have super genetic sire and all that. It's impressive. It's very impressive.
The Novum name has existed for a long time. I remember that. So Claude mentioned now you have 3 sires now with the semen business.
In the AI center in the States and 2 in Canada. And there's one that Mercy is doing very well in Quebec, and people like still got the dam here. Fantastic dam.
The mother?
The mother, yeah.
Of Nova Mercy?
Yeah.
Is still alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
She just calved about 4 months ago. And she's got I flushed her, super ovulate her quite often, and she's got about 10 daughters walking around. And the bull, that's Mercy, that's the C-Mix, her sister is here on the farm.
Huh. And here the barn, I don't remember the nice cushy beds that the cows have now. They have nice cushy beds now.
Very nice bed with a mattress underneath with a tarp on top, and we put a little bit of shaving on it, and they just did it, and they love it.
What's the main material of that bed?
It's a sponge-like. I got this in all the barns, and the heifer barns too is the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's some of the technology improvement. Other than genetics, that's some of the other technology improvement. I think the new barn, and then Claude talked about as well, the cooling, the opening the louvers and closing them to get the temperature control.
Yeah.
On the cold side, you have to add heat, or they self-generate?
Self-generate their own heat.
Minus 45, still okay.
Yeah, but we don't get that in Peace River.
Okay, I said 30 seconds and we're on to maybe 5 minutes now.
That's good enough.
Thank you very much, Uncle Richard.
You're very welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Said the Lugman family had been helping the Lavoie farms for probably, I'm guessing, 45 years.
Yeah.
Starting with your uncle Audie and your dad Theo and
Yeah.
you're Matt.
Yeah. Matt.
Matthew. What is a high producer? How many liters?
Like per milking, so like per day, 45 kg about.
At 45 kg, 45 liters about?
Yeah.
So 2 5-gallon pails per day.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 gallons, about a 20-liter pail.
Yeah, like these ones are producing, like this one's producing 23
right now, so he probably produces, to find out how much he produced before, 26 this morning, and 24 last night. But right now she produces 23. So
Yeah, so about a 5-gallon pail is held in these udders and taken out every half day.
yeah. They produce more in the morning because it's cooler. Dairy cows produce more if it's colder.
And they're happy cows.
Yeah.
Why are they happy?
Well, you take good care of them, I guess, yeah. Here. Tame.
Tame, very tame. Oh. See? Quit loving the cows, Matt. Let's go. And this is 16 each side?
20 each side.
How many? 20 each side. So a 40 cow milking parlor. So the cow's got an electronic tag and they know exactly which cow entered the stall, 6909. And as Matt showed earlier, he's able to look back at the past production history on them. This first batch, still a good batch. Some heifers, some second cycle, and the big producers are coming up next in Group 2. Stay tuned. Tristan, how many years have you been with the farm?
6 months. I'm new here also.
New here? Straight from the Philippines or?
Yeah, it's urban in the Philippines, but I have experience in Japan 3 years.
Okay, on a dairy farm as well? And did you have experience on dairy farm before?
No, not really. I started here. I have experience on beef.
Beef cattle?
Yeah, my family have something.
Here's the storage tank for the milk. Extends in the other room. As soon as it comes in, it also cools it. Tank is mostly empty now. Is it cold yet?
It's cold.
Yeah? Oh yeah. Here it goes. Ha. There we go. Every producer's coming in now.
Yeah.
Their turn.
This is group 2.
Group 2.
Yeah.
Whoa. Tristan is rounding him up. Where are you going?
I'm gonna Sarah.
Ah.
Come on. Move.
We gotta get Tristan in the video so the Philippines watch this.
Yeah.
All of the Philippines.
Please subscribe.
Thanks, Tristan.
Yeah. Hi to all my friends in the Philippines.
So this is the helper roll to the main milkers.
Yeah.
Making sure they're all cows ready to go. This is pointing towards the milk parlor now. Free massages. Number 6548, enjoying the massage.